So my 16, chase drivers, it's pretty self-explanatory till we get to the end here, I think. We got Kyle Larson, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano, Ross Chastain, Tyler Reddick, Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher. Gets a little iffy here. Ty Gibbs, Kyle Busch, Josh Berry, and Eric Jones is my 16th driver in the chase. I'm really high on the Justin Alexander hiring for Eric Jones, really high on Eric Jones as a whole. I think he could get a win or two, probably just a win, but I think he can be very consistent, kill him with consistency. He finished like 24th in the points, even with his 60-point deficit. I think otherwise he would have been around that top 20. I think he takes another step this year and brings legacy back into playoff contention. Josh Berry, I'll talk about those 9 DNFs that we mentioned back at the Wood Brothers section. I don't think he will DNF 9 times this year. I don't think that's the type of driver he is. I think that was indicative of the team that he had and where he was at. I think it'll be all-around improvement this year. I think he was borderline without those DNFs. He would have been a borderline top 16 driver in the points. So I think we get to figure that out this year, maybe a win or two, especially at the short track. So that's Josh Berry. And I put Kyle Busch in there. I think Ty Gibbs is pretty much a given. I think he will improve on last year, and he was already in the top 16. So, but then with Kyle Busch, not so much a given, but I do think the two-time champ will figure it out. I don't know how, but I think he will figure it out to get in the top 16.
All right.
It's hard trying to keep up with that and trying to figure out where we're different at. Trying to figure out who you got in, where I got in, and see where we're both different at.
All right. So my drivers in no particular order. I got Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, Chris Buescher, Bubba Wallace, Ryan Preece, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman, Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, Shane Van Gisbergen, and my 16th and final driver, Kyle Busch.
Woo!
I got faith.
Okay.
He's gonna improve on the ovals. He's motivated going into 26. He's not just thinking road courses. I mean, true, but he's going to be motivated.
You don't think Riley Hurst wants to figure out how to run better at ovals?
Spoiler alert, I do not have SVG in the chase.
Let's hear it.
No particular order. I got Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, Ty Gibbs, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, Kyle Busch, Carson Hocevar, Chris Buescher, and Ryan Preece.
Okay. Carson Hocevar is the main one that stood out to me. You got any rebuttal for that?
I think he showed flashes last year. Just thinking about that Michigan race, he should have won. I do think he's going to show more flashes like that this year. And just like we talked about earlier, there is going to be a month in the season where he just takes over. And I think whether it's by a couple wins or whether it's top 5 consistent points. Last year, I think what caused some of the issues when he was showing speeds was trying to get those wins. Now, instead of pushing for that win, he just settled for second place finish or third place finish and be in the right spot. And you never know, that could lead to being in the right place, right time, could lead to him getting that victory.
I think that's the really interesting caveat that we're going to have is we're going to figure out a lot about these drivers from going from the transition to just needing a win to make it deep into the season and now needing that consistency. What drivers will adjust their – you mentioned Kyle Busch as a driver you felt would adjust his style to not be going for the wins, or maybe I read that somewhere. But, Kyle Busch and Carson Hocevar, they have been pushing the equipment to the limit to try and get these wins. They don't have to do that as much. They can settle for that top 5. And I know Carson Hocevar is kind of the driver that probably doesn't care and just wants to get that win, but it is something that gives them a little more to think about. Bubba Wallace as well, not having to push for those wins as much and just get the top 5s that really could have benefited him over the past couple of years. So It'll be really, really interesting to see the change. I think Ross Chastain's another one that I'll get to here in a minute, as one that I think will benefit from this as well.
And just like I mentioned, if you're in the right spot at the right time, how many times have we seen a leader run out of fuel, blow a tire, something like
Yep.
that? Just be in the right
Pit
spot.
crew issues,
Correct.
speeding, penalty.
Loose tire. All you have to be is in contention, and you have a chance to get a victory on every race.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Absolutely. I think that's going to be the interesting shift for sure, especially with Penske having literally focused on short tracks for the past 3 to 4 years. I'm curious to see that shift from all 36 races.